you do not want to raise the debt ceiling. Can you explain why?
Well, I've said I don't want to raise the debt ceiling like we have 10 times since 2002. We've raised the debt ceiling, and in those 10 times that we've raised it since 2002, it has totaled over $8 trillion of increased debt on the American taxpayer. The American taxpayers, every man, woman, and child now has nearly $45,000 as their prorated share of that debt. I think that that is a security issue. Admiral Mullen clearly stated last year that the single greatest threat to America's security is our debt. He didn't say Al-Qaeda, he didn't say the Taliban, he didn't say our opponents in any of the 3 theaters of war we are currently in. He said our single greatest threat to our national security is our debt. And I find that for us to just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results is ludicrous. And so what I have been very, very clear in stating is that I am a no vote on raising the debt ceiling unless someone in leadership or on the House or the Senate or even this administration can put forward to me a systematic, methodical plan of how raising the debt ceiling, okay, will be a part of reducing the debt so that we as a country don't spend over $200 billion a year in interest payments alone on that debt. A lot of people don't understand that we spend as a country over $4 billion a week in servicing our debt. And I think that is ludicrous going forward. I think that it is immoral for the future we are going to leave our children and our grandchildren. And yet the budget that the President has put forward had a $1.6 trillion deficit in it. And I think the direction he's taking us is to go further down the road in increasing that federal debt. And it just, it bothers me. It puts us at a weak disadvantage against other countries. 47% of our public debt is now owned by foreign countries. In 1970, only 3% of our public debt was owned by foreign countries. So you can see the way we are moving with the most recent downgrading of S&P, downgrading our debt from steady to negative, from stable to negative, I find is a tremor. And it would be irresponsible for us to not pay attention to these warnings. There is an earthquake coming, a financial earthquake, and if we do not get our house in order, then I think that the devastation that will be left as a result of this collapse will be great. We've seen this in Europe, we've seen this with Ireland, we've seen this with Portugal, we've seen this with Greece. When are we going to take this issue seriously in this city? The American people have sent us here to make hard decisions, to protect their future, to make sure that they can pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And our debt and the amount of money that we owe, I think, is the single greatest threat to all of those things. And so it is incumbent upon us to get serious about these issues. And I've just clearly stated that I am a no vote until I have an assurance that this time, unlike the other 70 to 80 times we've raised the debt ceiling in our nation's history, this time we're going to get it right. And I haven't had those conversations yet with anyone. And so until I have those, I'm solidly a no vote until I'm satisfied on the contrary.